Hi everybody. Okay, it's the new start of what is project of the week. like I am a little late for this one, but I'm feeling a lot better and I have this really random thing to tell you. But not to tell you, to show you. You're going to be surprised if you are a follower. But this week is starting with this baby. This is Joy Sunday cross stitch. You probably know about this one. This is the Amberligh. This is from AliExpress. I ordered this kit. This is pretty big, but not too big. Like, it's more of a long one, but it is such an easy stitch, especially that I have this one on Saga and I'm using Saga to stitch it. The only problem about the whole thing with the Saga, the symbols that come in the chart and the colors on the organizers are different than they are on Saga. So what I do is kind of compare them to one another, and then I just write down the number that is on Saga on the thread that I'm using in that moment. That way it's kind of going to, come together basically into one big collection of numbers. And I won't need to use this chart anymore, but I don't like using the chart that come in these kits because first of all they are laminated and they are kind of, it's annoying. So I prefer to just stitch from my monitor. Now 14 count fabric is pretty big for me, but I enjoy it sometimes. For an easy stitch like this, it's fine. I'm using 2 strands like it says in the kit, size 103 over 52 centimeters high. And this thing that you are seeing over here on this preview, I guess, is like nothing. I've said that before. I've seen one of the Russian YouTubers that is stitching the same kit, and she's around this area already. Like, she has this whole thing stitched. You guys, you will not believe how colorful and bright this whole thing is. So I cannot wait to get out of this zone. I am stitching from this corner. I kind of stitched this way up, like from here and up. Why? Because I just didn't want to go through the whole length. I just want to roll it in. I'll show you in a second. But I'm stuck around this corner, and this is the toughest thing to stitch because I don't like stitching with dark shades and such a big count, especially when it's like on a white fabric. So that's annoying because I on camera, yeah, let me just show you. What am I blabbering about? Let me just show you the whole thing. Now, this is how I keep my fabric. It's rolled in. I don't use Q-snaps or any hoops for this one. I'm stitching it, holding it in my hands, and it's more comfortable for me like that. But you can see on camera, in reality, it doesn't show as much. I don't know why, but on camera you can see how see-through this thing is, and I don't like it. I prefer it to be, full coverage without seeing the background. They say that once you finish it and if you want to like wash the fabric, it will kind of sit a little bit, and then this whole thing will disappear because the fabric will get a little smaller. I don't know if that's the truth, but if you take a step back and you don't look at it from this, angle, that's really close, and especially like I said, not through a camera lens, it will not be that noticeable. So I am dying to get over this area and just go down and start using some colors that are more fun, because this kit has amazing colors. Look at these colors. I mean, I cannot even show you all of them, but they're pinks and reds and yellows and different colors of green. There are a lot of beautiful colors in this one. I don't like the organizers as much because this is how they look like. I don't know, I don't appreciate them. But basically, I haven't touched them yet, so I'm just keeping it the way it is, not touching too much of it. And honestly, I have already started stitching it last night because I wasn't feeling very well. I wanted to film before I started to stitch, but I didn't. And I ended up starting to stitch, and then I just, why is it upside down? Rotate. I'm sorry for the UFO again. Just keeps following me. Maybe this way, this way, this way. Okay, so I have stitched, where is this? I have stitched 1.95% from this project by this day. Let's see how much no, no, cancel. Let's see how much I stitched yesterday. Last night. This is the color that I'm supposed to be stitching. You know what Saga does lately? I think it's an update or something. It has this thing that actually is really nice for me because that way I don't have to pick my own colors. Once I finish this whole bunch of colors, and I'm talking about the perimeter of the square that I have chosen for myself, Saga accidentally um, randomly, or I don't know, by numbers, the program picks the next symbol for me. The thing is that I don't remember if it does it for this project, but what it does is just skips if this color is like, it has 290 crosses in this segment, the next color will be like 280 or 200. The next smaller number of crosses for the next color. So that's really nice. That's comfortable if you're stitching this way. Let's see how much I've stitched. Little yesterday on the 24th, I have stitched 386 crosses, which is not that much, maybe, but it's enough. But I still have to show you something else that happened yesterday morning. It was so random. Okay, so yesterday morning, I woke up and for some reason I went on YouTube and I accidentally stumbled upon black work. Now, black work is something that stuck in my hand during the last couple of hours. Couple of hours through, like, from last morning. Yesterday's morning. I'm kind of lost. I'm losing my thought here. Basically, what happened was I watched a couple of videos about that. I watched a couple of patterns about that. I ended up buying 2 patterns and starting it. I'm so sorry. I know that I promised that I won't be starting anything new. It's the most random start for me because I was not even planning that. It just happened within one day. Plus, I had like a crazy amount of thread that I can use for that. Plus, I had like the right fabric, so I just decided, why not? Why not? Who who can stop me? So I actually started a black work pattern. So the pattern that I chose, like, for a beginning, is one color, not that difficult. It's not a difficult thing to do once you get the point of it. If you're not into backstitch and stuff like that, don't don't even start, because the whole point of that is just making lines. Now, I have chosen, I went online, I found this website, I've chosen 2 patterns from this. One is one color, like I said, and one is a little more colorful, like kind of an abstract, and which I really, really liked, but I didn't want to, I just wanted to start something simple. Oh, by the way, I realized that I actually have done black work before without even knowing it. You guys, do you remember this baby? How do I show it to you? Do you remember him? This wolf? How can I show him to you without being in frame? There, maybe this way. So this wolf is from what is it from? I think it's Nova Sloboda, if I'm not mistaken. I need to check on that one. I just took it off my shelf. This is just a random frame for pictures, but I thought that it was suitable for this one because it was black and black, and you know, I don't know if you can see, but the threads, the gray ones, I don't think that you can tell, but the whole ornaments and the lines and everything is metallic thread. It's like silver metallics. It looks amazing. This project is, I don't know if I can say, one of my favorites. It looks so good. I actually have two more kits from this collection. There were a couple of animals like that, and I think that this is beautiful. I just remembered that when I started looking for a pattern, I remembered that I've done something like that before, and I ended up realizing that I have done black work before. Yay, good for me. Anyways, just a random, like I said, the random start, but I just chosen a pattern that will be not that difficult, I guess, but still not as like the easiest one, because I don't like it when it's easy. So I chose this one. There you go. This is the pattern that I chose. This is called Study in Salmon. I don't know why. I have no idea, but they give you the size is 160 by 160, 16 stitches. It's one color. You can choose the count of fabric that you want to stitch it on. I actually chose 25 count with one of my favorite fabrics that I have. I don't have a lot, but the one that I have I love. And yeah, I actually started it. I will show you in a second. I started it last night, like it was really late, so I just wanted to try it, but let me just open it up. So just put this one aside, and I will take this out. So this is the fabric. You probably remember this from a different project. I'm using it for my long dog with the blue metallics, but you guys, I have started this one. Can you believe that? I think this is the direction. Yes, this is the right direction. And there you go. This is what, come on, what's with the focus? This is what I have done by now. This was just one, one evening. It was a really short sitting, but it was fun. I actually liked doing it. A little confusing because I'm doing it from a PDF file, which is on my computer. Maybe I should print it out. It'll be easier that way, but for now, I'm kind of liking it. This is a 25 count fabric. I am using, I'm stitching it like 2 by 2. No, over 2 squares. How do you say that right in English? Over 2? 2 over. Anyways, you can see this is like 1 square for me. And yeah, so this is a new start, I guess. Really random, like I said. I wasn't planning it. I wasn't even thinking about it. I was just, I woke up one morning and I just decided to start it. So I'm sorry. So basically this week's update will be about 2 projects, I guess. This will be about Joy Sunday and maybe about this one as well, because I want to. And I can. Okay, anyways, I will see you really, really soon with my next update. Okay, so today is the weekend. It's the start of the weekend. I cannot believe how fast time is flying. I mean, it's just yesterday that I said that it was Sunday. It's just crazy. Anyways, I didn't film like updates during the week. I don't know why. Maybe because time just flew by so quick. I didn't even recognize that I was like, I was past half week, and then I was kind of here at this point weekend. By the way, I went to do my nails today, kind of changed the form, so this is what we have. It's a little different than what I had before. I wanted to go with something more, kind of quiet, so I did like this ombre look. Anyways, it's always it feels so good when you do your nails and you feel like pretty and everything. Anyways, guys, I've been stitching this week and I have enjoyed every minute. I mean, I really like stitching. Like, I don't even know how to put it. It's a big project, but it's such an easy one. So it's kind of weird because this project has a ton of colors. It has like 100 and something colors. And when you start stitching it, you might think that, oh my god, because when I first ordered this kit, I didn't even recognize that this had more than 100 colors in it. But when you start stitching it, you realize that this is such an easy stitch. I mean, there are large areas with the same colors, so you don't meet like singles in this one. I don't know, maybe in the future there will be, like, because there are areas where there are flowers, so it's probably going to be like smaller areas of stitching, but up until this point, I've been enjoying it. Now, I haven't stitched enough. I was planning to do more, but I did cover a pretty good area. You can probably see that this little area is almost finished. I could have stitched it yesterday and I probably would have finished this one, but I decided to go to sleep. I went to bed at 9 o'clock yesterday. I took Marky with me, so he was sleeping with me. And yeah, usually I do it on the weekends. I take him to sleep in my bed and he loves it. I don't know why he's enjoying that so much. I think he's probably already starting to wait for it because he, during the week, sometimes he says that on the weekend he'll be sleeping with mommy. So I don't know. For now, I can still do it and enjoy it because I have my baby boy next to me. That's the most important thing. Anyways, back to our business. You can probably see that the coverage is not as good as I would have expected it to be. I wanted it to be more like this. I mean, I'm sure that behind these crosses you can also see the fabric, but it's not that noticeable because it's lighter and well, you cannot see it that much. But these are making me mad because I really don't like when you can see, like, when you're stitching a see-through, I guess. I don't know, but again, on camera for some reason it's much more noticeable than in reality, so I don't know what's about that. Let's see how much I've stitched using our beloved Saga. So where is it? Here it is. So this is the project. We have 2.5% finished, which is okay because last time I had less. And this is the color I was supposed to keep stitching with, and basically it's the same color I would have just like stitched all over the place and finished it yesterday. I'm sorry. But I don't know what happened. I just, oh, my UFO again. I'm starting to call this thing a UFO because it's kind of looks like a flying saucer. Sorry. Anyways, let's go to our calendar. Let's see. So I've started stitching it on the 29th and till the 3rd. Yeah, you can tell that I haven't stitched it on the 4th, and today is already Friday. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of stitching. Altogether, I've stitched 1001 cross during this week. It's not as much as I thought I will be doing, but you know, I have a good reason for that because earlier in this video probably saw what kind of took me off the road and that was the next project. I'm not going to put it into my weekly project roulette because I decided to just keep it as a side piece just because it's so easy. It's not something that you need to think about a lot, and it's kind of a resting piece for me when I kind of want to change something during the week, you know. And plus it's so small, so I can just like pick it up and not worry that I have to hold a bigger frame. And you probably know what I'm talking about because you've already seen this in this video. I have showed it to you, so let's just put this aside. And I'm talking about black work, and black work became my new little discovery. This is what I've stitched this week. I think that if I would have just sat down and started stitching it like for the entire week, I would have finished it because it's such an easy project. But by the way, I have this one and I have another chart that I ordered from that store and bought from that store, and the other one is it has colors in it. So first now I just decided to pick up the easier one, like one colored one. Now I've started using this little bobbin. I found that the thread that I took before when I just started, it was from some Chinese kit that I used to have, and I have just leftovers, but I didn't really like the thread because it in some point it started getting, like really fluffy. So I decided to change and I picked up a DMC, and I had this, it's the same color. It's definitely 100% the same color. I took number I think my phone is going to turn on off. No. It's number 939. It's the darker blue, and I think that you cannot even see the difference where I stopped and started stitching with the new one. But the DMC one is much smoother. It doesn't fluff out as much because you can see over here that the thread started getting like fluffy at some areas. You can see it over here, but around when I started stitching with the DMC one, it looks much better. So I think that it's a really, really interesting thing. I don't know, I didn't even notice that I have stitched this type of stitching before. Stitch, that's a type of stitching. I mean, I have never imagined that I've done black work before, but you saw in the beginning that I've already stitched black work with the wolf, so I guess I just didn't know what I was doing. It still turned out pretty good, but I didn't know that I was doing black work back then. And I actually cannot find those kits anywhere, so I'm happy that I have them. I have three of them. I have the wolf, I have, I think, a bear, and another one. I don't remember exactly which one. Maybe a tiger, if I'm not mistaken. So at some point I'm going to stitch more of them because they are so beautiful. They have metallics in them. I think that this one would have looked much more everything if I would have stitched it with metallic as well. But I decided to just go for the easier version and just do it with DMC because I'm not going to like use it for anything or like hang it on my wall or have any plans with it. I just do it for fun because I thought that it was so easy and so cute. So I just picked it up and started it. It was like a one-day decision. I didn't even think that I was going to start another one, but that morning I just went online, saw it, liked it, bought it, and just started it. Crazy me, okay? But like I said, this is not going to be joining my weekly projects. I'm just going to keep it as a side piece. So during the week when I have stitched some of the next project that we're going to choose, and I have some stitching still in me and I will kind of want to quit the project that I will be stitching next week, I will just pick this up and be happy with it because I still can stitch and it's easy and you don't have to think too much about it. At least in this project. I mean, there's nothing like difficult about it for now. Maybe in the next levels like around there will be more to think about, but for now I was just kind of following the chart and that's about it. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we are going to choose the next project of the week. I'm just trying to avoid the UFO over there, so I don't know what's the angle to be filming at. Okay, so let's just choose this close and choose our decision roulette. I know that there's sound now. Hopefully it will be again today, and we will be spinning our roulette and choosing our next project for the next week. It's really interesting. Hopefully it will be something new, but I don't really care. I mean, I so enjoy it, the whole idea, because I get to see progresses with all the projects that I'm making. I mean, that one, I never would have seen a progress with it if I just would have picked it up like a day in a week. but I can see after stitching 1,000 crosses. So imagine if it's more than 1,000. Okay, let's just spin it and be surprised today. I love the sound. I don't know why. It just makes me happy. Okay, let's see what comes out. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Let's see. What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? Oh, it's pandemic. It's pandemic. I missed pandemic. I'm sure that I'm going to make crazy, crazy, crazy progress with that one because it's a pretty easy project itself. Plus, I really, really miss stitching with metallics, and right now I have 2 monochromes. I just thought about that. Now I have 2 projects stitched with the same color thread. But I'm sure that it's going to be okay because it's fun. I love pandemic. By the way, guys, I have pandemic on Saga now. It's crazy. I have been sent it by this amazing girl. Thank you so, so much. And I am going to use Saga for pandemic now. Though I can still use our, beloved paper chart, but Saga really helps counting it. So what I'm going to do is just draw around and cross out everything that I've already stitched and see how much I've stitched, and the next clip, or no, you know what, I'm going to show it to you in the next video. I'm going to tell you how much I've stitched till this point where I started it, and then we are going to see how much I will be able to stitch during this week. Okay, so happy me, another project, another beautiful, beautiful design. This is, by the way, if you are not familiar with this project of mine, I am stitching it with a metallic treasure braid, royal blue one. Beautiful. I love the shimmer in it. Camera does not show how much shimmer that thread has. So guys, I'm going to finish this up and go look at my chart, see how much I can cross out, and tonight we're going to start it. By the way, I have this sudden urge to do some paint by numbers today. We'll see, maybe tonight I'll do some paint by numbers. Maybe I'll even go live tonight. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, I love you. Thank you for watching. I'm sure that you guys are having a good week, a good weekend. I'm hoping for that. Join my Facebook group. In the info box down below you can find all the info for my social media, so you can join us there. Share your projects, you guys, if you are in that group, because there are more than 100 people in there, and I'm sure that a lot of them are stitchers. For some reason they're quiet, but you guys, don't be quiet. Share your project, show what you're stitching, write posts. I'm happy to hear from you always. I would really like to see what you are stitching. If you are doing diamond painting, if you are doing paint by numbers, if you are doing whatever crafts it is, share it. It will be so interesting for everybody to see. Okay, anyways, like I said, I love you. Thank you for watching. And I will see you very, very soon in my next videos. I love you. Bye bye.